The true nature of our very being is to be in harmony. Greetings, friends. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, Boulder Valley. I feel so privileged to be here with you today because we get to talk about mystics. Oh, it's my favorite subject in all the world. I have loved studying the different sages and mystics and yogis and what makes them who they are. But mostly, I love that mystic moments show up in our everyday lives. So, over the next few months, we're going to be talking about what it takes to be a mystic because, in truth, you and I are mystics. We think that it should be this great sage that lives in a Himalayan cave or is able to go back and forth from the spirit world to the physical world or lives 3,000 years. I mean, there's so much out there. But really, being a mystic is having the courage to live an authentic life. So, the quality of mysticism that I want to talk about today is oneness. Dr. Ernest Holmes writes about oneness. There is one infinite reality. We call it many names, including but not limited to God, life, universal spirit, infinite intelligence, first cause, or the thing itself. I just want to put in parentheses, other people call it Brahma, Allah, Muhammad. I mean, so many different, great spirit, so many different names. But as Buddhism says, there are infinite pathways up the mountain, but at the top we find the one. Dr. Ernest Holmes continues to write, the one infinite reality is undivided, complete, and whole within itself. This oneness creates everything out of itself and therefore includes both the absolute and the relative, the tangible and the intangible, the physical and the metaphysical aspects of reality. Oneness. Oneness. The Hindu Upanishads, which is the anonymous Hindu wisdom text of thousands and thousands of years old, writes, those who listen to this deeply because it's so profound, those who become wise lose their names in the great oneness, the way rivers lose their names when they flow into the sea. Time and again, through heart and suffering, we are here to learn that we are all the same. So over the years of being a minister and counseling as long as I have, I really have witnessed and certainly experienced it in my own life, that to fully embrace our oneness is such a fine balance between being proud of who we are as individualized expressions of the one and being so humble in our energy that it literally depletes our ego, but it is so delicious to our soul. It's devastating to our ego to admit that we are one with the universe. The Dalai Lama, the great Dalai Lama, writes 7 billion people need, quote unquote, a sense of oneness. When you succeed, be one with success. When you fail, be one with failure. Lao Tzu. It's so Taoist. So Buddhism and Taoism tell us to be right where we are, to be authentically ourselves in the spirit of oneness. I want to read to you about a professor that was talking to his students about oneness. And I'm actually going to read it to you instead of tell you the story because I think the way it's written is so beautiful. Holding up a sheet of paper, he asked, Do you see a cloud in this paper? No one responded. Again, he asked, do you see a cloud in this paper? You must see a cloud in this paper, he continued, because without the cloud, there would be no rain. Without rain, there is no tree. Without a tree, there is no paper. He went on. Do you see a steel mill? You must see a steel mill in this because without the mill, there is no steel. And without steel, there's no axe or saw to cut the trees, and no tree cut down, no paper. The audience was beginning to fully understand. Chuckling, he asked, do you see the Wheaties? Loggers work hard and need a good breakfast. No loggers, no cut trees, no paper. So, what was his point? First, nothing exists independently of everything else. The outside conditions are but a reflection of the inward conditions. And secondly, no single component is more important than another. When we fully embrace being one with the universe as an individualized expression of the one, we ourselves step into mysticism. We are the mystic, the everyday, common, extraordinary, same old person being a mystic in the world. A mystic notices and can hear the birds twittering in the spring. A mystic will take the time and just watch the snowflakes come down and be in awe. The mystic will look out at a mountain range or stand at the ocean side and realize how small, but how big they are, because that which created the mountain range and that which created the sea is that which has created you and me. A mystic is someone who understands that their individualized nature is pure God. It's pure God. And yes, we all show up with our human mistakes and brilliances and crabbinesses and laughter and joy, and but that's our personality out in the world. Dr. Ernest Holmes once wrote, your soul belongs to the universe. Personality belongs to the world. A mystic understands that. It's not saying don't use your personality and don't do a successful life and don't make it easy, don't not make it easy on yourself. Just don't forget that indeed you are soul first, human being second. That's truly the heartbeat and the knowledge and the wisdom of the everyday mystic. So, mystic moments. Every day we are getting omens and we are getting signs and we are getting messages from the universe every single day. The other day, my soul daughter, Rachel, who many of you know, we were preparing to go to Boulder for some errands. And there was one thing after another, like with the car breaking down or the putting in the wrong Starbucks we were going to go to, which was east and not west, on and on and on. And we finally looked at each other and go, we are not supposed to go to Boulder today. We don't know why. And that was the day of the fire. So pay attention. Get so you're so in tuned with the messages of the universe because they are flashing neon lights back to you, guiding you, guarding you, protecting you, expressing through you. So this week, here's my challenge to you, that you own that you are a mystic and that you pay attention to the omens that are being reflected, the little messages that you hear, or the song that you turn on in the radio. Go, oh my God, those words, that's what I needed to hear. Whatever it is, pay attention and mostly have fun and go to the mirror. This is your homework. Go to the mirror and go, you are a mystic. Wow. You and I, you in the mirror, me here, we're mystics, and see what happens. So please join us every week, Sunday mornings at 10 o'clock at the Center for Spiritual Living, Boulder Valley. Our tagline is Love Lives Here. And no matter what is happening in our Sunday morning services or any other place, we are here to love and support and to celebrate your successes. So please donate to our community to keep us going, and we look forward to seeing you too. Have a great mystical week this week. Thanks for joining me.